get all that under control, and I noticed something. The older generation, right? They will talk to you in the bathroom.
Oh, gosh.
People our age, though, we're not talking during the
I
bathroom.
don't want to talk to no one.
It's a generational thing. Because I'm not, look, I will interact with you in the bathroom if you are an elder, right? If you're older than me and you're comfortable with it. I mean, these guys are in there having conversations while they're using the urinal. And I'm just like,
if it goes anywhere past a joke, like, all right, you know, or like if you walk in and go, man, that water's cold, you know, like if it goes anywhere past a joke like that, it's too much.
It's too much.
So, Justin, if I'm standing up at a urinal, you know, there I am, like up at the urinal, you know, doing my thing, and then,
hey, buddy, what's going on?
You slap me in the back while I'm touching myself.
It's time to fight.
You got issues. You're about to get knocked out.
And urinating.
Don't ask me.
Because that's what's
so
happening.
how's everything going, Justin? Everything going good there?
You got to get that deep eye contact.
Stop looking at me, dude. Number one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the two favorite facially blessed individuals. That's right, folks. It's the two bearded preachers. And we are on location in Glennsville, Georgia, right?
That's right, the jewel of Southeast Georgia.
I don't know about that.
It's beautiful.
It's okay.
It's way better than all the other towns within a 30-minute driving distance.
I'll definitely give you that. It doesn't smell bad at all. It smells kind of nice.
That's because we're far away from the chicken houses. But if you get closer, you might smell something that you don't enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure.
a real possibility.
I've enjoyed the goats so far. I've enjoyed the ducks and the chickens. Not really hanging out with the ducks and chickens that much. I don't like Clarence that much. He and his testicles need to stay away from me.
Love Clarence.
He and his testicles need to stay away from me.
Well, he likes you for a reason.
Oh, gosh.
Clarence is gay. I thought you knew that. He's a homosexual.
Homosexual?
Homosexual, that's
right.
Is
that the southern way of saying it? That's the southern way?
Actually...
It's typically homosexual,
No,
but...
it's not homosexual, he's homosexual. Homosexual. He just wants to have sex with Arrow. He loves Arrow.
Arrow's the other goat without...
Yeah, also a male.
It's a male but doesn't have testicles.
He's a wither.
I don't know what that is, but...
He's a wither. It's a wither.
Martin's going to try to get a female goat for Clarence.
Yeah.
And then... when Faye and I get some property, we're going to have a goat.
That's right. I'm going to square Justin away with a free goat.
Yeah. How many goats do you get out of like a litter of goats? Do you get more than one?
One or two.
Really? One or two?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Clarence is going to have to go to work.
He's going to have to get it. Get it.
Get it done.
Go get it.
Get it done.
We'll work on that for
you.
you.
Go Clarence! He's not paying attention.
Nah, he's sacked out, man. It's too hot.
But we're on the back porch of Martin's farmhouse.
That's right. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful out here, and having a good time. I got to see Martin preach today. It was nice. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Very proud of you, sir.
Man, that competition from the kids was rough today. Those babies, man.
Man,
I'm
all right with it.
I love babies, dude.
I mean, I don't love babies.
And Big Mac ran over like this to me with his hands up, so I got to pick him up and put him on my knee. That was awesome.
Gave him right back.
And he stayed for a second and he left. Like literally 1 second.
So I think it's good when you have crying babies in your service because that just means you're making more church members. That's
right.
a good thing.
Make them.
The more we count them too. We count those in attendance.
That's right. I think you should count pregnant women as two.
I do count pregnant women as two.
I've got a pregnant lady in my church. She's having twins.
3.
Double it up. That's right.
1,
count them
2,
all.
3. Absolutely.
Let's be consistent.
Yeah.
Let's be consistent.
Wayne always asks me.
Life begins at conception, so does that count for attendance.
It does. Wayne will always come up to me when he first started working in my youth ministry. He's like, and I was like, listen, man, I need you to take the count for every week on Sunday morning. That's in the auditorium. Every single person.
Yes.
In the auditorium and in the back. Every single person in the back, teachers and students. Every single body.
Yes.
Every single person. There's a person who's counting. And he goes, hey, can I count the pregnant women twice? I go, yes.
Yes.
That's called a preacher's count.
Absolutely.
Don't make sure you round up too, okay?
That's right.
Well, it's 91. That means 100.
100. You were saying this the other day, that you're creating content with your streaming.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying, because you've been up here for a day now.
Yep.
We're on site, folks.
Yeah.
We're together.
It's weird, but it's great. I actually have really enjoyed the visit.
Yeah, me too, man. It's nice.
What was I saying?
Content creation.
Right. You referred to your streaming as content creation, and then you started talking about how, as preachers, that's primarily what we are. Like, that's the preaching thing, is to create content.
It's true.
I don't really...
You don't like it?
Like, I get it, but I don't like it. I like to think that there's... I mean, I think you're right, but that doesn't mean that I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
Or that I think about it in those terms. Because if I think about my job as a preacher as content creation, then that sort of changes around a little bit on what sorts of things I should focus on, right?
Well, a part of your job is content creation.
Right.
But I will say this. A major part of your job is content creation.
Yeah.
Okay. But, like, for example, the content creation that you and I are doing with our podcasts.
I mean, podcast gold is what
Podcast gold. That's
it's awesome.
The purpose of
Can't
that.
be beat.
Yeah, the purpose of it is simply for you and I to talk about ourselves, make stupid, funny jokes,
Right.
and goof off. That's the content.
This is the content.
Yeah, what we're doing right now. This is the content.
And it's gold. It's so wonderful.
Yeah, the video game content that I'm creating, it's just cheeky shenanigans, me being stupid, you know, interacting with people. That's what that is.
Drawing wieners on everything.
Drawing wieners on stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Content.
Is that what content creation means? Just drawing wieners?
Yeah, that's part of it.
It's a major part.
But the
of modern
content creation that we have as preachers
Yeah.
aspect is very different
It is.
than the
Streaming.
other stuff that we're doing, the stream, the podcast, anything like that.
Yeah.
Because it has a much deeper, meaningful purpose, you know?
Yeah.
Like your sermon today. Very good sermon.
Oh, thank you,
know?
sir.
But see, the thing is, this is what I noticed, because you changed drastically. You changed a lot of your preaching style, your content creation, of how you present the message. You changed drastically.
See, I don't even see it. Of course, I don't notice it. I feel
You
like
don't
I'm doing
notice
the same thing as ever, but you
Yeah.
don't aren't there the whole time. So
Yeah, because like I don't see you every single week, but
That's right.
I saw you today, and literally when you walked up there, because I remember when you used to preach at Northeast.
Yeah,
you were good, and I always liked your sermons, but you were different.
it was all palatable. It didn't make you throw up.
No. I liked it. I liked your sermons. I liked your sermons a lot, dude.
Oh, I think
because they were always.
Turds.
Listen, we will not be taking any more phone calls during this podcast because we are recording it. We're recording it video for Patreon.
That's right.
So
Yeah. So please don't call Justin right
don't
now.
call me while we're recording.
Yeah.
All right. So what was I saying here? So like your presentation and your delivery is very different than what it used to be. You were very much, when you first started preaching, when you were at the church with us.
Yeah.
You were very more monotone, more real even keeled.
So I should go back to the monotone.
No, I thought today, like I was
Monotone it up.
watching you, and I was like, is it still going? Yeah. I was watching. I was like, oh, he's taking it up a notch. You're more charismatic.
Next level,
Yeah,
baby.
I think
Take it to the next level.
I think and I was really impressed. I was like, man, because
Are you sure it wasn't the brevity?
No, it
Brevity
wasn't
helps.
because it was the very beginning of your sermon. You captured my attention. You captured my attention, and that's what I think is important. So
That's what I'm going for, man. I got to capture that attention.
you do have to capture the attention.
And then I got to get all Anglican on you.
You did go Anglican.
I did.
I'll
always go Anglican if
Martin
I get
is
the chance.
always accusing me of being super Anglican.
Well, you
but,
are.
dude.
That's
You
what
are like
Your spirit.
you're overly Anglican. So much more Anglican than me. So much more.
That might be true.
It's not might.
Might
It's
be
definitely.
true.
Dude, I was like sitting there like we were
It's like,
at
wait
the
a
end.
second.
At
All
the
this
end of
sounds
the prayer,
familiar.
At the end of the prayer, I was like, wait a second, I know this.
I know.
Hey,
I know what this
I feel like
is.
I'm back at the Episcopal Church.
That's the Lord's Prayer.
We're doing the Lord's Prayer. I was like, well, looky. So,
Dude, this church has always done the Lord's Prayer. I kind of like it. I like it. I can do it. I did a sermon series on the Lord's Prayer.
yeah.
And that one was a little different for me because most of the time when I do a sermon, I will do a chunk of text.
Mm-hmm.
Chunk. But for the Lord's Prayer sermons, each one was a sentence.
Mm-hmm.
That was all that I had. I did a sentence.
Yeah.
So I had to draw from the rest of Scripture and pull it together and use the rest of Scripture to describe what this sentence is talking about.
Yeah.
And that's how I did it up. Like a champ.
Like a champ.
And it was a little bit different. I had one of my elders say to me, you know, you did that sermon series and I really liked it and it was challenging. I don't know how you get a whole sermon out of the one sentence though. And then I was like, well, because you got to draw it out of everything. You got to pull it all together.
Yeah, man.
You got to, from the bulk of Scripture, bring it all in. Bring it all in!
Yeah.
So that's what we do. But anyway.
Content creation.
Yep. That's what we're doing, I guess. So.
It's very important. I mean, that's not, content creation doesn't have to do with the, what's it called?
Huh?
Some of the other pastoral things that we have to do. That's not what that is.
Like visiting old ladies in the hospital.
Yeah, that's not content creation.
I mean, it's just very, very specific content creation. You're creating content
No.
in the conversation. You ever record your conversations with your people in the hospital bed?
Never.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I think it's a bad idea.
There's got to be some kind of HIPAA violation, right?
There's
You're going to be breaking the law.
Definitely a HIPAA violation on that one. Breaking a lot of laws there. So.
It ain't going to work.
Yeah. But, no, it was a good service today, man. I was really impressed.
Oh, good. I'm glad that you liked it. Yeah. It's the we've worked a lot on making the service smooth.
Yeah.
We've been trying to smooth out transitions one thing to the other. That's really what, and to reduce the number of transitions from one thing to the other.
Yeah.
That's where I think the mastery, the real professionalism comes in, is in the transitions. Like I was watching YouTube videos. Like Leia wants me to turn one of these unfinished rooms in the house here into a library. So I've been watching YouTube videos about how to build in shelves and that kind of stuff.
Of course.
And what the guy said is that the guy who's like a master finish carpenter was saying is that the way you can tell the difference between a professional and an amateur is in the transitions. And what he's talking about is a transition from shelf to wall or floor to wall or whatever, that kind of stuff. But I think that's really true, that the difference between the professional and the amateur is in your transitions in every case. Mm-hmm. So if you're able to go from one point to another in the sermon and transition really smoothly and tie everything together that way, that's the difference in my mind from the really good sermon to the lousy one, right? Because you can have all your theological propositions and have them be all nice and tight and perfect, but if there's no transition, the artistry of the sermon, right, comes from being able to tie those propositions together smoothly and moving seamlessly from one into the next. That's where that takes place. And the same is true in sports, right? Mm-hmm. So in judo, you got the throwing and you got the ground, right? You got your throwing game, you got your ground game. Well, if you can't transition smoothly from the throwing to the ground, you're going to lose. Because if you don't have the perfect throw, then you got to go to the ground and you got to fight on the ground. If you don't get to the ground quick enough, if you're not going right down there with them to get that case of katami or side control or whatever it is that you're going to do, then they're just going to get back up and you got to throw them again.
Exactly.
That ain't going to do you no good. It's the same thing in
it's a waste of
BJJ,
energy.
right?
Yep.
Because you got to throw, but then you got to establish control on the ground.
Yeah. Side control, neon belly, mount. Very good.
Dude, I really like the video of Jonas's fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
So it was a good tournament though?
Huh? Oh yeah.
He had fun?
Yeah.
That was very nice. For those of you who didn't get to see the video, Jonas was fighting this kid with a man-sized man bun.
Yeah.
That kid, I thought it was a female. I thought he was fighting a girl.
It was a rather large head of hair for a boy Jonas's age.
So thick.
It was.
So thick.
Yeah. It was like what was it? It was like braided in a sense, wasn't it?
I don't know. But I saw that and I was like, man, does this kid have dreadlocks pulled back in a man bun or
That's
something?
basically what it was. It's like dreads, but like the not the like well put together dreads, like the nappy dreads.
So he had nappy white boy dreads going on. Anyway,
Jonas tapped that kid out.
By the way, that's a strategic disadvantage. Like you're at a disadvantage if you got dreadlocks.
You know how hard it is to get out of a
move.
move when like on a head, any kind of choke.
Yeah.
Your hair's getting in the way.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the beard is a bit of a disadvantage. You know.
Once they start pulling out beard hairs, man, that's ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, I'm not ever gonna shave because of it. But,
No, you shouldn't. Because then
I
you're
refuse to.
then everybody will be
Sometimes
looking at
my
your
beard gets caught in between the guys, the crease of the elbow. Right
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
You know, when
They
they're
pull a little
choking
bit.
me, and it pulls and it hurts really bad.
So you're not worried about the fact that these guys are cutting off oxygen to your brain.
I'm like, my beard!
My beard!
My beard! Don't hurt the beard!
Don't take that!
Take my air! Take my life, but leave my beard!
Do you look at the mat? You got white mats where you
Yeah.
wrestle. Can you see your beard hairs
Yeah,
on
you
the
can see my
mat
beard
afterwards?
hairs sometimes. I'm like,
Do you have to sweep up afterwards
I'm
just
like this
personally? Like,
blow it away, blow it over to the next person's hair. They're like, I'm like, that's not my beard hair.
no,
That's
it's
hers.
not mine. Yeah. Susan, you got your beard
Susan,
hair
your beard
everywhere.
hair's everywhere.
It's all over the place.
Come on. Come on, man.
Yeah, that is unfortunate about Susan's beard. Very
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
So you guys just got down here yesterday. You were on vacation.
Yeah, I'm still on vacation.
Still on vacation. Vacationing right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you're in the rocking chair chilling out on the porch,
Yeah,
right?
I'm in a rocking chair chilling out on the porch and
Super nice.
looking out at Martin's goats and his ducks and his chickens on his farm.
And you're sold on the goats now, aren't you?
Oh, I'm totally sold on the goats.
Goats are awesome. They're so funny.
We're gonna get some goats.
They are very cool. Listen, after I get a female goat, I don't know when you're buying your farm or whatever,
Yeah.
or your land that's agriculturally zoned so you can have some goats.
We're gonna have some goats.
But I need to get clearance.
All
of
of St. Cloud is.
It's all zoned agriculture.
zoned
Nobody
out.
cares. They
Nobody
just
cares.
have as many goats as you want.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can get these guys out.
Clarence is your testicle goat, right?
Is the billy goat? Yes.
All right.
He has testicles.
Just so you know, there's two different kinds of goats. There's those without
Withers.
testicles and those with testicles.
Right.
Clarence has testicles.
Yeah. Clarence has testicles, and he's kind of the boss of the goats. When we first got him, he sort of got pushed around a little bit by the other two, but they're wethers, and that means they're not quite as aggressive. And once Clarence came into his own, got a little size on him, got a little beefier, now he's,
I'll say it. Clarence is kind of a tool now. The other two are sweet and they come and they'll rub up on you and they'll want you to pet him and everything. You try to pet Clarence and he just walks away like he hates you.
I think a part of that is that he wasn't raised from the time he was a kid with a lot of interaction. He was raised in a herd of goats.
Yeah.
Right? So he was raised by other goats. So he's not going to be quite as friendly. I mean, he's still friendly. He still had interaction with people. They would come out and feed him every day and spend a minute or two with him. But you got to put some time in.
Yeah.
You got to put in some time with other kids to get them to be real sweet.
Question.
And you got to take off the testicles.
We're going to have to take rid of those testicles, but we're going to have to get some little goats out of them first.
That's right.
So,
Eventually.
question.
Yeah.
Why is there no yoga ball out here with these goats?
No yoga? I didn't know about goat yoga until...
Dude, listen.
What is that? Goat yoga?
You throw a yoga ball at a goat and they faint.
Not these ones. You got to have fainting goats for that.
Dude, all goats are fainting goats. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Listen.
That doesn't sound right.
No, it's totally right.
That sounds wrong.
No, man. We're gonna run a YouTube video later on about the goats and the yoga balls, and they play with them, but then they freak out.
They do?
Yeah.
That's funny. I think it's funny. I got a spool in the backyard.
Yeah, I see the spool.
Yeah, I think it's funny that they'll go and stand on the stool, and they like to stand on the stool after it rains, because they don't like to get their hooves wet.
Really?
Yeah. So whenever it's wet, they'll go and
picky.
stand on the spool, or they'll stand on that concrete tube over there. I don't know what that is. It's like a piece of pipe.
Tube?
Yeah, see the horizontal thing over by the tree over there?
I see it, yeah.
Yeah. They'll go and stand on that because they don't want to get their hooves wet. But it's the Weathers. It's Jeffrey and Arrow that are a little bit more.
Clarence don't care.
So Clarence
is a man. He
Clarence,
doesn't care.
He's very masculine. He doesn't care.
He doesn't.
Will definitely go ahead and I don't know.
He'll stand wherever he wants.
Yep.
He'll pee wherever he wants.
That too.
And he will also headbutt whatever he wants.
You should not let your goats on the front porch because they will pee on your front porch.
Oh,
That's not the one you want. But anyway.
Freaking goats.
So you like the goats.
I do.
But you were on vacation, and that's what brings you here, because you're on your way back.
Yep.
Decided to relax. Came up to Georgia, God's country. God's country to get back to your theological roots, right?
No.
Get back to knowing what it's like to be...
Great Wolf Lodge.
The Grey Wolf Lodge.
Yeah, and then we went to...
What is that? What is the Grey Wolf Lodge?
in LaGrange,
LaGrange.
which is a horrible little town.
You don't like LaGrange?
I don't like LaGrange at all.
What was there? Why'd you go?
Nothing. It was Great Wolf
So
Lodge.
you went there just for the lodge?
Just the lodge. Just the only thing that was there. And so, which was rather nice. It's brand new.
Yeah.
It's basically like a resort for kids. Oh, that's a sneeze. Painful. It's like a resort for kids. And it has like interactive video games all throughout it that you can play with magic wands and stuff.
That's cool.
And then it has like an indoor water park. So like even if it's raining and thunder and lightning outside,
Everybody goes to the water park.
everybody can still be in the water park.
That's cool, man.
It's actually really cool. Which it's actually very exhausting for some part, but it's actually very.
So you
cool.
stayed at the water park's at the place.
Yes. The
So
water
it's all
park's
one.
everywhere.
It's all one resort.
Yeah. So you just throw on your bathing suit, you walk down, you go to the water park, go back up.
What, they don't have a nude section of the water park where you can just
I
walk
was
down there
thinking about
nude?
that. There was almost a nude section of the water park because
Because you lost your shorts going down the
I
mega slide.
put my favorite bathing suit on.
Yeah, the Speedo.
No, not the Speedo. The other favorite one, the camouflage shorts.
Right.
Not the camouflage Speedo.
Right.
All right.
That's the one we really like.
Yeah, that's the one we really like.
And camouflage Speedo's flesh colored.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's camouflage.
Yeah. And so I put on my camouflage shorts. They're my favorite ones, and I tied them up. And I tied them up as tight as they would go,
Mm-hmm.
and they just fell off of me.
So you're losing weight. is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Nice
exactly.
job.
And so
Nice.
I literally looked at Faye and I go, hey, and I just did this right. I just took a little. I go, watch this, and I go. Dink. I just took a little tuck and it just goes. Whoosh. I go. I don't think it's gonna work in the wave pool. She goes, no, I don't think so either.
That's
So-
probably no.
Yeah. So I did not get.
It might work in the lazy river.
I don't even know if it would either.
Is there a lazy river there?
There is a lazy river,
And a wave pool.
which I will say this is the most work I've ever done on a lazy river. Like those things are not lazy at all.
No? Where were you? What were you trying to go the opposite direction?
No, it's just there's so many people, and it's all for kids. Lazy rivers are for adults. They should be for adults only.
So you want an adults only, clothing optional lazy river?
Yeah,
I'd be worried about the sunburn, to be honest.
There's
I
no
can't-
sunburn. It's all indoor.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. So it's not like skylights?
No.
Oh.
All indoors.
This
baby.
might be the kind of water park I can go to.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I
Yeah.
might have to look this up.
It's a little weird, but it's good. It's a little weird.
Do they have plants and stuff to make it feel like it's outside?
No, not at all.
No
Not at all.
plants? Just one giant slab of concrete, a lazy
Exactly.
river, and a wave pool.
Wave pool, a couple slides, a play area,
Sounds
a little
alright.
kiddie pool thing section. So we don't go to the kiddie pool because our kids are all too big for the kiddie pool. So
Too big.
way too big for the kiddie pool. So we don't get to do
So
that.
do you recommend the lodge at LaGrange?
The one in Virginia is much better.
Okay.
I like the
What
one.
city in Virginia is that at?
I mean, no.
You don't know. Okay.
The main one.
The
main,
big lodge.
The main city.
Is that what it's called?
I call it the main one. What's the city? in-
Richmond is the city in
No,
Virginia.
probably not it. No, I don't think so. That's not it.
No, not Richmond.
But that one's a good one. Virginia's a good one. I hear South Carolina has a good one. Charlotte.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
And then this one. I mean, it wasn't bad. It's good. It's brand new. But they like when it's brand new, there's a couple little things they got to tweak. They're like
It's the transitions. You gotta make
their
them
transitions are
a little
not
off.
as good as they should be.
You gotta tighten them up.
They got to tighten it up a lot. So they had some issues, but it was all right. And so, but it was. I like that kind of stuff because
The kids liked it.
Yeah, the kids like it a lot. And then we went to this place called Stone Mountain, which is a huge.
Everybody knows Stone Mountain, right?
Yeah, everybody knows Stone Mountain. Okay, so
Yeah.
here's the deal. We start
Big
our
rock.
vacation. Yeah, giant rock with the carbon in the side of it, which is rather impressive. It's really impressive.
Very cool.
All right, and like the little not what it's called, the park that they have. It's nice. It's a nice little park, and they got a lot of stuff to do and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go there for the end of our trip before we come here. So we go 3 days in, drive up Monday, 3 days in LaGrange at the Great Wolf Lodge, which we went to one last year too. So this is the second time we've been to these.
Okay.
All right, and
So
then,
you're getting to be a lodge groupie.
pretty much, yeah.
Alright.
And then we go to Stone Mountain, where Faye's like, we're going in like a thing. It's like a like she described it to me, and it sounded like to me like it was just like a cabin, you know?
Okay, so you're gonna go stay in a cabin. Nice log cabin up there in North Georgia. Log cabins, those are common.
That's what I'm thinking, you
Yeah.
know, and you know, in a resort area, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, this will be nice. Man, I was so wrong, Martin. It was not at all what I thought it was.
It wasn't nice.
No, it's called a yurt.
Yurt.
You know what a yurt is?
I think I know what a yurt is. I think that's those things that the hippies live in, right?
Pretty much.
Hippie thing.
Yeah, it's pretty much a hippie thing, and basically, we're in this thing called a yurt that is, it's just horrible, Martin.
So wait, what is a yurt? Tell these people, tell
Okay.
the people who don't
A
know
yurt is
what a
basically
yurt is.
like a circle tent.
Circle tent. Okay.
A circle tent,
All right.
and it goes to a peak, and typically like the center of it is typically open. I'm
Okay.
pretty much guessing. I don't know for a fact. But the center is kind of open and everything, but like ours wasn't. Ours was enclosed. I had like glass up there and a fan and everything. But that's a yurt is basically just like a circle tent, like a teepee but a tent.
Okay.
Fabric for outside and everything it does have an AC, but it's like a pretty crappy AC.
So there's air conditioning, but it's just there to make you feel better, not actually cool the place.
Yeah.
It's like a psychological thing.
It's a psychological.
Psychological air conditioning.
The worst thing is, no shower, no bathroom.
So when you got to my house, you hadn't showered, or
Well, no, I did. There was no shower or bathroom there. Like, think about it, 2 days. I had to go to the bathroom 2 days.
Yeah.
And so there was a bathroom, but it was like a 10-minute walk to go to it. Which, for me, here's the deal. I'm not against camping. No, take that back.
What?
I told him I hate camping.
I was gonna say, really?
Camping can suck
I'm
it.
pretty sure we had an episode where you just talked about how much you hate
I
camping.
hate camping so much. It's the worst ever.
By the way, if we get 50 patrons to the show,
Big if.
Justin will go to camp next year where there is very minimal air conditioning.
Oh, gosh.
That's right, minimal. It's in like the dining hall and the chapel, and that's it.
Oh, gosh.
It's all the AC you get.
Smuggling a lot of stuff in there. So
No contraband allowed.
I'm gonna smuggle it all in. So but the good thing is 50. All right, take that, Leon. That's the deal.
How would you like to participate in the Two Bearded Preachers podcast? Well, let me tell you how you can do that. One, you can go ahead and send us an email at twobeardedpreachers@gmail.com, or you can go ahead and give us a call at 951-47-BEARD. That's 951-472-3273. Leave a message, and if you do that, we'll actually play your voice, your message on the podcast. And don't forget to go ahead and give us a 5-star rating on your favorite podcast platform. That will really help the show grow, and we would appreciate it greatly. Thanks so much. See you next week.
Yeah, everything's great. So I'm pushing him away.
Still gonna stare at him as I'm peeing.
And then, you know what else frustrates me? Is when people don't wash their hands.
Now you gotta wash your hands, especially if you're holding a conversation with somebody in the bathroom. You gotta wash your hands because they're all very aware of what's. Everybody knows what's going on.
If I used to have a friend.
Yeah, so did I. I used to have one too.
We all had a friend that never washed their hands. And
if you didn't, then you were the one. It was
exactly.
you.
I was, man, you go wash your hands. He's like, no, man, I'm okay. I barely touched it. I was like, well, you did touch it. If you barely touched it, you got bigger problems. Well, actually, you got smaller problems, but. Got that one too? It was a good one.
Oh my.